My name is Candy, and I am a Bing survivor. I say survivor due to the fact that I spent over 3 years in solitary confinement, also known as the SHU, better known as the Bing or the box, where I was dehumanized and tortured. It's an absolute miracle that I stand here before you today because I just knew solitary confinement was going to be the death of me. Please take my words into consideration, for if you do, you just might save another inmate's life. After being neglected, abused, raped, and ridiculed, I was eventually acquitted of all charges. The main reason I'd spent so long on Rikers Island was due to the officers not producing me to court. If I was in general population, then I would have had the privilege to shower, put on my trial clothes, get on the Department of Correction bus, and get to court like a normal inmate. Being that I was falsely accused of assault on staff, I was placed in solitary confinement, where I needed to be a full enhanced restraint captain escort, which means I wore a spit mask, a waist chain, mittens, shackles, and had to have a captain as well as an officer escort me to the shower, the Department of Correction bus, to court appearances, everywhere. It was bad enough that I was incarcerated for a crime that I never committed. But to make matters worse, Officer Ellis, an elderly woman correction officer who falsely accused me of assaulting her, as a result of her writing me an infraction, also known as a ticket, I was placed in solitary confinement after the jurisdiction captain told me, unfortunately, the camera does not work in that housing area. It's very ironic and peculiar to me that the camera did not work in the housing area, especially since it was in Building 8, a protective custody unit. How can a camera not work inside of a protective custody unit? People take for granted in life the simple things such as bubble baths, toilet tissues, and hot meals. While I was in solitary confinement, I was deprived of toilet tissue, sanitary napkins, toothpaste, toothbrush, linen, showers, recreation, religious services, and medical and mental health treatment, dental treatment. I had 3 wisdom teeth that needed to be pulled, and I was in so much pain. Even visits. When I say visits, I mean counsel and family visits as well. After the visit, my sister was told that she passed me contraband and she could not have any more visits with me. How could she pass me contraband with 3 officers sitting adjacent from us and 2 cameras as well? She did not. Eventually, I appealed the visiting ban that China was given, and the in-house judge overturned the decision. When I received visits, it felt as if my soul was returning to my body. Preventing inmates from simply hugging a visitor will not prevent contraband from entering the jail and prison systems due to the fact that officers and other staff are the criminals giving the inmates contraband. When I was tortured in solitary confinement, Officer Mott, shield number 15656, gave me a metal nail fowler. Would you consider that to be contraband? On another occasion, Officer Roberson, shield number 11774, offered me liquor out of a juice container that she was drinking from while on duty. She got upset when I replied, "I do not drink." I strongly believe that liquor is said to be contraband. This list goes on, and I could write all year about the crooked officers and other staff I've witnessed give other inmates as well as myself contraband, but I presume that you all get my point. Just keep in mind that both officers, Mott, 15656, and Roberson, 11774, are both still employed at Rikers Island. So what changes are you really making? Every day I rotted in that cell as I tried to commit suicide by hanging myself, overdosing on medication, swallowing industrialized cleaning powder, Nair, hair remover, and cutting my wrists. I asked God, why? Why me, God? You know I'm innocent. Today, I understand absolutely why I was put in solitary confinement. inmate 24112017778, was destined to be here today and every single day to give you my testimony and beg you to end these modern day concentration camps called solitary confinement housing areas. Please stop the torture. The Bible reads, "Thou shalt not kill." So if you are a believer, you will put an end to these death chambers once and for all. Thank you for listening and have a blessed day. I am Candy, a solitary survivor. And here's some infractions that I have.